Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and welcome back to Everyday Consent. Today I want to talk about everybody's favorite feeling to experience, jealousy. Well, okay, it's nobody's favorite. Jealousy can be a pretty intense emotion. It might feel a bit scary or even overwhelming, but it's also quite common. It's okay to feel jealous and it is possible to get through it without causing lasting harm. Today we'll discuss some productive ways to deal with the green-eyed monster when it rears its ugly head. First off, let's clear up what I mean by jealousy. The word jealousy can be used in a variety of ways and is sometimes used interchangeably with the word envy. For today I'm talking specifically about sexual or romantic jealousy, which is what you feel when you're worried about something or someone taking your partner away from you. So what can set off jealousy? This can vary from partner to partner and be different in every relationship. Let's say we have two partners, Riley and Dana. Dana might feel jealous whenever Riley smiles and flirts with new people. Riley might feel jealous when Dana is huggy and affectionate with friends. Or Dana might even feel jealous when Riley works long hours and comes home really late. And Riley might feel just as jealous when Dana is playing video games and isn't very responsive. Dana also might feel jealous when Dana's ex, Sam, starts seeing someone new. And then Riley might feel jealous when Dana feels that jealousy. Some of these scenarios might seem familiar, while others might never bother you in the least. Whatever the catalyst, when jealousy does happen, it can be a doozy. Whether rational or not, jealousy can feel like someone or something swooping in to take away something that we love. And that can set off some powerful emotions. Maybe fear, protectiveness, anger, insecurity, hatred, even grief. All of that can feel pretty awful, and in some cases, it might even feel like too much to handle. You might be angry at your partner for making you feel this way in the first place, or you might be upset at yourself for feeling it. You can see how easily this gets out of control. Whatever the case, it is okay to feel jealous. With big emotions, sometimes we want to pretend they're not there and hide until they go away. When that stops working for you, there are some other options. Jealousy is just another emotion. Well, it's usually a combination of a lot of emotions, but we'll get to that. Emotions are natural and they happen to everyone. They are a very normal part of the human experience. Emotions are one of the ways that our brain tries to process what's going on and help us react to it. Even if it's annoying sometimes, our brain is just trying to help. Silly brain. So try not to beat yourself up too much for what is a very normal and common reaction. So, it's okay to feel jealous. And it's okay if your partner is feeling jealous. Be careful about one thing though. When our partner is jealous, it can be really common to find it flattering. We might see it as a sign that they really love us. They're so afraid of losing us that the mere possibility gets them really upset. How sweet. And this makes some sense. If they're feeling jealous, then they're definitely feeling some sort of emotion, and that's way better than indifference, right? Well, careful. Feeling jealous is perfectly natural, but it's important to note that constant jealousy, especially when it leads to controlling behavior, is one of the big red flags of domestic abuse. And in particular, equating jealousy to love. It is not uncommon for an abuser to explode in anger at their partner for flirting or spending time with someone else, to try to control who their partner is friends with or talks to, or to spy on their partner by looking through their messages or tracking their GPS location, and then to explain it all away with, "Baby, I just do this because I love you." No. One of the problems here is the issue of possession. If you go back to our definition of jealousy from before, it's the worry that someone is taking something away from you, something you might think you own. But you don't own your partner, and thinking you do can lead you to believe that it's okay to try to control them. But it's not. They are an independent person just like you. A consensual relationship between adults and claiming ownership over another person are not quite compatible. But it is okay to feel these things. It is okay to feel jealous. What matters is what we do with that jealousy. Despite what you might have heard, we do not have to and often can't control our emotions. But we can, and generally should, control our actions. As one source says, jealous feelings are different from jealous behaviors. Just as there is a difference between feeling angry and acting in a hostile way, there's a difference between feeling jealousy and acting on your jealousy. So do acknowledge your jealousy, but do realize that your feelings are not justification for yelling accusations at your partner or spying on them or retaliating to do something to make them feel jealous. These all may feel tempting, but you do have the power to choose another course. Once you decide not to act on your jealousy, you can start responding to it productively. The first step is to identify what it is you're actually feeling. As I mentioned earlier, rather than one single emotion, jealousy is often composed of a lot of emotions all jumbled together. Anger, grief, sadness, fear, desperation, insecurity are all possibilities. Fear and insecurity tend to be the big ones. Fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, insecurity about our looks or our sexual prowess or our social status. Take a moment to unravel and maybe write down what jealousy feels like to you right now. For some more tips on how to put your emotions into words, check out our Use Your Words videos. Now, for each of those feelings identified, think about how that feeling could be addressed individually. Often the feeling might be related to an emotional need. Like, say, if Dana from earlier is feeling afraid of being unlovable, then Dana might need to feel loved. Dana might help fulfill that need by talking to Riley about it, or spending some time with a good friend, or even playing with their dog, depending on the situation. Check out our meeting needs video for more suggestions about addressing your feelings. So once you've enumerated your feelings and needs, and maybe addressed a few of them on your own, a good next step is to share your findings with your partner. Remember, these are your emotions, so they are ultimately your own responsibility. The goal is not to dump everything on your partner's shoulders to fix it all for you, but it can be good to let them know what's going on, and to ask them for help if you need it. If you do want their help, and they do want to give it, try to be concrete and specific with suggestions about how they can help. Something like, write me a nice note, or draw me a bubble bath. This can help you feel reassured, but it can also help your partner because they'll know exactly how to help you instead of just resenting the jealousy. In the end, not all of your feelings might be resolved. That's okay, life is a process. But likely some of them are, so the jealousy should be easier to handle. And now you and your partner are at least aware of what you're feeling and hopefully have some strategies for moving forward. At the very least, the big bad beast of jealousy is a little less mysterious and hopefully a little less scary. And with practice, it might even be easier to spar with next time. Happy consenting, folks. I'll see you next week. Dinah. Oh, pew, 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 pew. Probably not that one.
Don't punch me in the boob.
Is that the one?